Okay, I should be live. Let me cross check. On Twitter, on YouTube, I am live. On Twitter, not yet. Oh, okay. I am live on Twitter too. Okay, let's see what's happening. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. If not, then I guess bad luck for you. I don't know. Yeah, so my plan is to, plan is to build with NVO. I guess I'm pronouncing it right. If not, let me know. If, yeah, okay. So, yes, you can see here already what I'm trying to do. Okay, let's remove this and start the timer. Cool, 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 cool. Yes, let me open. So, this is the index that we are going to use. Not exactly, but we are going to use hypersync and docs. They also have indexing. What is this indexing framework? I guess you can call. Yeah, or indexer. You can customize it however you like. But instead of that, we are going to use this because there are a lot of different ways to go about using hyperindex, and I don't want that complex of a product. I just want simple way to analyze the data, which doesn't involve using Dune or something like that. So that's the plan. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this example you see, you can find that on hypersync Python client, and I have installed it. What what was it? Source dot vnv bin active. Okay, I'm saying I'm using UV and Python. This part, so you see all the dependencies are installed here. Hypersync client, Python client is installed using the GitHub repo, and the rest, I guess, it uses pep or something like that, some package manager underneath, or not package manager, but something where all the packages are async IO, ETH API, ETHutils. So let me know. Let me tell you what I'm doing here. These are topics, event topics from across. Okay. No. Let me explain you with this. Building with NVO and across. I want to build a dashboard that us allows me to see different analytics uh, or different points about across protocol. They do have this dashboard. Sorry, Dune. This dashboard is created by Risk Labs. So that's the team behind across. It it has all the total number of transfers, volume, and all the things we need. But what if you want like some custom data or want to see activity of a particular user? You won't be able to see it here, and that's what I want to build. Next, okay. Across protocol allows you to bridge the assets, right? So how can you see the asset flow with Sankey chart? So these kind of charts you can't because Dune doesn't support it, I guess. That's the reason. And we can always build these kind of dashboards with our custom data, these graphs with our custom data. So that's the plan, where we can see details about, build a dashboard where we can see the details about relays, addresses, asset flows, and chain level analytics of across protocol. Let's note that down. Aim goals. First goal is dashboard should have following: Sankey charts of asset flows cross chain, then address level analytics, next is relayer analytics, and last was what was, oh, chain level analytics. So these are different pages. Chain page, relayer page, address page. It should have data similar to this. You see, ERC 4337 matrix. This is bundle pair, and there is way to get details about each chain. Overview. Okay, weekly, daily charts. Did it? Okay, you see this. I was talking about these filters. Let me refresh it. Okay, it's not loading for some reason, but yeah, you got the idea, right? So right now, if we go on Dune, you see all the details are basically aggregated. Here it's not, but we can do something similar. How they have like bundlers, paymasters. We can have relay page where all the relayers and how much volume they have done, reliability of each relay, how many fees they have earned, all the things can be there on that dashboard. Okay, let's ignore that for now. Our aim is decided what we want to build. So let's start building that. Just give me a second. Okay, cool. Now that's done. What should. Yeah, let me explain you this snippet, what I'm doing. It's here too. I took it from examples and modified it. So this is the snippet that I took. I removed this part because this is not relevant to us, and I don't know how this works. So let me show you what I've done. So right now I'm taking only one event, and this is the topic 0 of that event. Topic 0 is basically the identifier, and with hypersync we are creating a query. Config is there. We are just taking data from ETH, yeah, Ethereum data. So URL is ETH, but if you want to do for some other chain, this will change to Base or Optimism, Arbitrum, whatever chain you want to fetch the data from. Then this is a query. So in query there are multiple things, which is from block, logs, field selection, etc. From block you it's very clear by the name. The query will fetch events or particular event, funds deposited, after this block. Then logs, in the logs we are just um, we are telling it take all the events with this particular topic as topic 0, and field selection is for things that um, we want to get back. So right now we are getting all the few things about block, which is block number, block timestamp, block hash. Then what else do we want about the logs? So events, we want transaction hash where log was emitted, block number, data, address, and the topics. We are also taking details about the transaction, and you can see all those here. Then if you see here, the team has created example for streaming the data, which is maybe WebSocket or some kind of continuous connection. Maybe WebSocket, or maybe they are just running a loop. Oh no, they are running a loop while, you see. I don't know what exactly is happening with stream, but for testing I'm using get. So when you call the get function, it will only return you a single, it will only create a single request. Now the part which I have changed, which is the whole thing. If you see in this part, decoded logs, team is using decoder.decode logs, and this is not working for me because while creating the decoder we need this part, the actual event, and I'm doing something wrong there. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I just decided I have the topics and I have the data. So topics is indexed parameters. So you see, this is a topic, this is a topic, and data is rest of the values in the event. So in the case of transfer event, these two are topics and this value will be in the data part. So what I'm doing is I'm decoding that data using ABI, and it's working correctly. So don't worry about it. Let me show you. If we run this, it should show you multiple things, multiple events, and yeah, let's run it and we'll get some output here. Oh, okay. We deleted something that shouldn't be deleted. Ah, let's remove. We don't want that anyway. Okay, we should change from block because it's older, 1 day old block. So there are lots of events. Just we can wait for a while till this ends and see. Okay, there are people actually watching on Twitter. Damn, a lot of people are excited about learning this, I guess. Because normally I don't get that many views on Twitter. Keep an eye on this deposit ID. You see, it's continuously increasing. Okay, let's stop it. Yeah, please stop. I just want to show you a part which is decoded logs, all the things are here. And transaction hash, we can open Etherscan and go to that transaction and see if all the values are correct or not. I know they are correct, but let me show you. Yes, and you need to go to logs. In the logs, you'll see not transfer funds deposited, right? So this is the event, these are the topics, and this is the data. So this data we are just decoding uh, with this decode ABI function. Okay, and we can cross check the values. So first value we need to cross check is deposit ID, which is 287538.6. Yes, 287538.6. And rest I know they are correct, but let's see. Depositor address ends with 8E, depositor 8E, and destination chain ID is 42161. 42161. So all these things are correct, and we can go to the next step, which is right now we are not streaming the data, we are just sending one request. And if I stop this, like comment this thing out and just print what I wanted to print, res. Okay, next block. Let me just cross check. NVO lab hypersync we are using this part, and we want to see class query response. Oh no, this is query response data, query response stream, query response. Okay, next block. Yeah, let's run it, and we should get next block number. What's happening? Okay, yeah. You see, this is the next block. So we can just run a for loop and change the query every time. So block this block number can be different. Right now it's 22 96 67 70. Okay, and this is 73058. Okay, that's good. this is for single what single chain. So we want loops, multiple loops which iterate on each chain, which will iterate on each chain, and then another loop inside it which iterates on, or we can use, I don't know how to use different threads in Python, or yeah. So we'll just do nested loops and try to fetch the data. For now, what I want to do is save all these things in a database. Uh, for yeah, maybe SQLite is simpler, so I can just use SQLite and save all the data. Afterwards, I can write SQLite queries and get the data for the dashboard. If you see, and yeah, and we use hypersync, it will allow you to do everything, but as this is an API, GraphQL API, I don't know how they do the aggregation. I guess on Telegram, I got one response which talks about aggregation. Let me open it. This is one of the dashboards, right? Sorry, this is one of the dashboards that team has built. I think CEO John or Jonathan uh, has built. You see, all these. This is total swap. So this means somewhere either on indexer or on on front end, they are aggregating these things. So I don't know how they are doing it, which we can find here. That's what the I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but Denham from the team said. I guess he's CTO or CEO. Uh, Denham NVO. Okay, co-founder. I knew that. Okay, he sent me this link. Oh, there are a lot of tasks here. Let's figure out how aggregation is done. Okay, now components, apps. We can just clone it. Git clone. Yeah, let's see. API GraphQL routes. animated summary stats. Yarn. Let's see if we can find named total swaps. Animation reference global stats. How to find that? Global stats page, total swap equal to reduce percent stats number of swaps. Stats pool manager. Okay, I think that they're just doing everything on front end. Cache hook info. Why? Try catch. Okay, my assumption is that this is happening on front end. All the calculations. There is no. My idea was to do the calculation on the back end and just send relevant data on front end. Payload. Data pool manager. Let's refresh it and then see. Fetch. View. No. I want to see how they are fetching the data initially. Preview. Okay, you guys can't see this, but just go and open the Chrome developer tools. Okay. That's not the approach I want to take right now. I want to take a different approach, which is basically doing all the calculations on the back end and just sending relevant data on front end, and it won't be live. That's the yeah, that's for sure. I don't want to do that. We have this decoded. Now let's just we can say to do define tape SQLite schema for storing the data. Yeah, that's a. Then next to do is next. What's next? Figure out. Oh, yeah. So next part is check how to fetch data for unsupported chains. Data for chains that Hypersync does not support. Multi chain support. Okay, this should go up. Single chain support, then multi chain support, then this part, then dashboard for visualizing the data. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Also, please do look at these examples. There are a lot of interesting things, and it's not that bad. Like there can be many more examples, but uh, the list of examples is very good. So transaction by transaction hash, you see, transaction. I don't know what join mode is. Should we see that? Join mode, okay. Join mode, select join mode for query. Default joins in. Default join in this order logs, transaction traces, blocks. Join all, joins everything. By example, for example, if log selection matches log 0, we get the associated transaction of log 0, then we get associated logs of that transaction as well. Similarly to blocks, join nothing joins nothing. Okay, it's not, I don't know how to use it, or I can't think of a way to use it. So, what else do we have? Max number of traces, max number of logs, max number of blocks, include all blocks. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, field, where were we? We are here. Yes, so now I understand. Field selection is for all the data we want to get back, and rest like logs and transactions is for filtering out all the things, rest of the things. Okay, that's good. Cool. Give me a second. Okay, then we can add another log, filter relay. Now we want funds v3 deposited and filled v3 relay. Let's find the Ethereum spoke pool, and we want topics. Events. In the events we have fill v3 relay, and this is the topic. We already have it, I guess. Oh no. Funds deposited. Funds deposited. There is no such functions as such events as funds v3 deposited. just these two events, we are adding them here, and we want all these things from to. Can we find a way to I want to find a event where they are sending ETH and WETH both. Okay, okay. Okay, not that. API types. Okay, I'm just trying to find how we should structure the data. Okay, we don't need this. The decoding logic will be different. Oh no, not here. We want them outside the loop. Print. Let's try to run it and see how many events we get. Okay, that's a good thing. We got a good number of. It's 2466 and 2636. That's a great number. Can we find other endpoints? Arbitrum. Okay, Arbitrum. This also works. Arbitrum scan. We can change the URL to 42.16.1 dot hypersync dot xyz, and current block is we can change this to 360 225 198 and run it again. Let's see how many events we get. Okay, that's good. So we know this. Sorry, what was I saying? So we know this part works. Next is decoding the event for we are already decoding event for funds deposited. Now we want to do that for filled relay. Logs, then yes, this one. Filled. we can set maximum number of logs, right? Maximum number of logs that should be returned. The server might return more logs than this number, but it won't overshoot by much. Okay, for testing we can set that value to 1 or maybe 100. Much simpler. We got the ABI type. And they should be here. Next we can original deposit. Let's see if we get console log for decoded dictionary. Yes, we do get that. Message hash. Okay, we want timestamp and transaction hash too. We can copy it. Block. Let's see. Yes, block.timestamp we have it, and transaction hash we also have that. Recipient, depositor, relayer. We need to right now updated recipient is bytes. We want to convert that into address string. I guess we are coming to the end of the stream in a minute, but let's see. amount, recipient, depositor, relia. Okay, no. How to convert? I guess this won't work. Let's try it. We are not getting. Oh, we got the error. No, we want to go the other way, which is converting bytes 32 to address. If pad left is there, then pad right. No, not pad right. We what do we need? There should be some function. Okay. Yeah, I guess we should do this tomorrow. Right now, my PC is start overheating. Anyway, if by chance you're here watching this, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. Go on Twitter and follow me so we can continue working on this tomorrow. And you will be here. I don't know the time, but I'll tweet about it. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this stream. And have a nice day. Bye.